Hey you guys, it's Alfred F. Jones. Sorry, hair flip not happening today. I ran out of hair gel or Tony took it, I don't know. But anyway, alright, so back here, everything's starting over now. Fresh start, new year, yeah, you get it. Alright, so I thought an appropriate way to start would be to talk about food. And I'm actually gonna do something today. I'm gonna show you different kinds of food. I'm gonna talk about it, so yeah. So, first thing I wanna talk about is the difference between diet food and real food. A lot of people get diet food because it's low in calories. But one thing you really need to make sure about when you buy those diet foods is that they actually have nutrition. Alright, honestly, I would rather have something real food that has more calories than factory made food that has less calories, because really, when you get those kind of foods, they tend to lack nutrition, which is really something that your body needs. And you can actually end up losing more weight by getting the nutrition that you need. Alright? So, and I'm not saying that, you know, not, I'm not saying that you can eat as many calories as you want and you won't get weight. That's not what I'm saying, because really, that's another thing you need to really pay attention to. But, you know, you really need to make sure that your foods have protein and stuff like that. Like, for example, protein. Oh my gosh, protein bars and stuff, that's really good for you because they keep your stomach full and stuff. And that's what you need, so then you don't overeat later on, right? So just make sure you pay attention to that. You know, alright. So let's take a look inside of my fridge and see some things I would like to talk about, certain foods. Let's start with the fabulous yogurt. Alright, so I'm gonna be perfectly honest right now. I used to be afraid of yogurt, okay? Seriously, because someone told me that there were germs in there that were alive, and at that age, that was like cannibalism to me, or like eating your cat alive. I don't know, it was weird to me, so I was literally afraid of yogurt. But really, the germs in there, literally help you lose weight, in the waist area, because it works up your metabolism, which is awesome because, you know, we used to think that exercising was the only way to work up our metabolism, but we're wrong. Yogurt helps. Again, not saying that you shouldn't exercise or anything, just saying this helps a lot. Make sure you get a kind that you like, because I hate, how do I do this? I hate peaches. Ew, they're gross. Soup, alright? I really love soup because here's one rule that I have. The more liquid you have, typically the more weight you're gonna lose, because when you fill yourself up with water and stuff, it's kind of like protein bars. They just fill you up, and you're not really eating a thick substance. You're eating something that's gonna flow right through you. So soup, any kind of red or brothy soup is really, really good for you. Try to stay away from clam chowders and stuff. I know they're really, really good, but unless if you get when I want clam chowder, I get 100 calorie chowder that has nutrition and real things in it. But, you know, it's just soup so good for you. Let's talk about wheat products. I currently have no real wheat products to show as an example and look pretty with, but I'm going to talk about it anyway because I really feel like wheat is something that is very, very misunderstood. You get your pasta and everyone says it's garbage and it'll make you fat. If you eat white pasta, I guess you would call it, I don't know, white pasta will make you fat because it's lacking nutrients. Now, if you get a wheat pasta, the texture's a little weird, but, you know, cover that up with some sauce, and it's basically just pasta, and it's awesome for you, too, alright? I probably have, pasta 2 or 3 times a week because it's good for you, and I just don't really feel guilty eating it. Also, let's talk about bread now. you might see the loaves of bread. Now I understand. The loaves of bread that are like nice and tightened in the plastic packages are really, really cheap and they're really, really cute. But they're not real. Sorry, even if you get the wheat kind, and well, I guess multigrain's alright for you, but like really, it's not that great for you at all. And it actually has tons more calories than you really. Okay, put it to you this way: real bread, like if you went to the supermarket and got like a baguette, or like the really like fancy looking bread that comes in like the paper bag, that's so much healthier for you, and it's actually less calories than what you could find in like one of the plastic wrapped ones, honestly. And it tastes better too. It tastes like homemade bread. Alright? I was just geeking out over Facebook the other day over because I was like, oh my gosh, homemade bread tastes good, don't feel guilty, woo! So yeah, you know, and you can have a sandwich, you know, if you get like turkey or chicken lunch meat, that's awesome because, you know, white meat's really good for you. You get some cheese. You can actually get veggie cheese, which I highly recommend because I would guess it would have tons of protein because you're gonna make it with like soybeans, or they make it with soybeans, so it's actually pretty good for you. And you even really need like some kind of dairy in your day if you're not lactose intolerant. You know, what else is good about it? What was I talking about? Oh yeah, things about your sandwich. Lettuce, of course. Lettuce is like 10 calories a cup or something crazy like that. And you're not even gonna have a cup of lettuce in your sandwich, so I think that's a pretty good deal. Personally, yeah. That was just like a little bit of a warm-up. But I want to ask you guys, you know, like, what should I talk about on this show? Is there anything that you're worried about? Are there certain, like, even if you're like, oh, I like pizza, how can I eat pizza without gaining weight, or something cool like that? You know, send me a personal message or a comment below, and I will get to that, alright guys? Question before I leave you guys. Okay, here's the deal. A lot of people are not, as fortunate as I am, and they can't afford, say, a treadmill or an elliptical in their house, or they can't even afford a monthly membership at a gym. Because sometimes it can get pretty expensive, like, you know. And sometimes people just don't have the money. So, cat! Don't do that. I'm filming. I know you're hungry. I'll feed you in like 2 seconds. Sorry, my cat's so... Alright, so yes. So, what advice do you have people like that? People that can't afford, you know, the machines. Like, what else can they do to make up for that? You know, like, I know, like, personally, here's my advice. I know a lot of people say, oh, it's so bad for your back. But really, it does a lot for me because I have a good back, I guess you could say. I do curl-ups. You know, I wasn't able to do them really good at first, but, you know, after, like, a week or two, I was really able to do full curl-ups and stuff like that, and it really helps me a lot, I find. That's my advice. What advice do you guys have to those other kinds of people? Leave your comments below. Also remember to tell me what you want me to talk about or what issues you want me to discuss, and I will be more than happy to do them. Another thing, I think I'm only going to update if I'm really, really busy. I'll only update every other week. If I'm not busy, I will update every single week. Okay? Sounds good. See you guys later, alright? Bye.